Hey guys, I'm sure you've all heard the good news by now, but the PlayStation Vita and PlayStation 3 stores will remain open, at least for now. Sony has listened to us, and they sent out a public statement regarding the issue. This is from Jim Ryan. He says, recently we notified players that PlayStation Store for PlayStation 3 and Vita devices was planned to end this summer. Upon further reflection, however, it's clear that we made the wrong decision here. So today, I'm happy to say that we will be keeping the PlayStation Store operational for PlayStation 3 and Vita devices. PSP commerce functionality will retire on July 2nd, as planned. I'm glad we can keep this piece of our history alive for gamers to enjoy while we continue to create cutting-edge new game worlds for PlayStation 4, 5, and the next generation of VR. Thank you for sharing your feedback with us. We're always listening and appreciate the support from our PlayStation community. And I'm hearing that people are getting replies to their concerns regarding the CMOS battery issue that time bombs the PlayStation 3, 4, and 5 systems. They basically say that they can confirm that they are having their experts look into the issue currently, but a public statement has not been made about that just yet. So unfortunately, PSP stores are still going to expire. Now, I hope that means that we can still make PSP purchases on our Vitas though. I guess we'll just have to see about that. But my favorite part about this is that Sony is listening to us. I seriously had my doubts when you could hear quotes from Jim Ryan saying things like, oh, who wants to play old games anyway? Which is the dumbest thing I've heard. These old games are your history. It's brand recognition. Even the third-party titles. If I mention Final Fantasy or Metal Gear Solid, which are third-party titles, people will still think of PlayStation because they remember playing Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation 1. When I hear Metal Gear Solid, I think of Part 4 on the PlayStation 3. Other people, I'm sure, think of PlayStation as well, maybe whether it's Metal Gear Solid 1 or 2. But these companies make dumb decisions all the time. It's nothing new. The important thing is how they react when they get some pushback. Microsoft has had a lot of this too. Most recently, they wanted to increase the price of the Gold membership. I'm guessing to make Game Pass Ultimate seem more appealing, but the pushback was pretty severe, to the point where simply backpedaling wasn't going to be enough anymore. I remember so many people brought up all these other things that PlayStation does better at that time, and then suddenly, yeah, just going back on that one issue wasn't going to be enough anymore. So not only did they reverse that decision, they also felt obligated to give us some additional features that PlayStation Plus has. For instance, free-to-play games will no longer require a Gold membership to play online. So this is why I try to spread news like this too when things like this happen. You know, even though my channel is relatively small, smaller groups in large numbers matter too. Enough of us as individuals coming forward and standing up for ourselves and saying, hey, we do not want this, can be enough for these companies to reflect on their bad decisions. Now, this isn't completely over, of course. We'll still be looking for a public statement about the CMOS battery issue, and there are still things that remain to be seen regarding the legacy stores. Like, for instance, how will Sony handle developers that still want to release their games on the Vita? Several developers had to cancel projects that were in the works because they've been recently told that they won't be accepting game submissions anymore because of the store closure. But what about now that the stores are staying open? Well, this is where we will really see if they are willing to put their money where their mouth is. Will they invest the resources into allowing new games on these older stores, or are they just going to let the stores slowly die off from natural causes as licensing agreements expire and games get pulled down one by one over time? Personally, I would love to see Sony finally fully embrace backwards compatibility, give new PlayStation 5 owners the chance to buy some of these PlayStation 3 and Vita games too. I mean, why not? It's more money. And when the next Final Fantasy game comes out, they're more likely to go back into that back catalog and pick up those old games that they missed. So anyway, a lot of unanswered questions. This is all still relatively new, but it's a step in the right direction. I really hope Jim Ryan continues to listen to public feedback and not just the feedback that echoes in his head chamber. But I'm very thankful to all the media outlets, smaller channels, and individuals that continue spreading the news on social media sites regarding gaming injustices. As trivial as that sounds, it's something important to me. So thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good one. So I just put this spooky chase game on, record some footage so you guys wouldn't have to look at my face this whole time, just to make things a little bit more interesting. But I'm actually really hooked on this now. I had other plans for tonight, and now I'm probably gonna be playing this for a couple of hours now. It's just so addictive. This little $5 game. I thought it was gonna be like Halloween Forever, but it's not. It's quite a bit different, but it's really retro looking, and I don't know, it's cool. Check it out if you're interested. It's on the Switch and Xbox too, but I got the PlayStation version.